Alright guys, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, perlawanan kedua SEA Games Division Wanita Malaysia menentang Filipina. Sama-sama kita saksikan perlawanan.
Well, Team Malaysia very similar to game number 1. Folks, that Bruno
dapat lapu dah, dia dah
responsible for possibly the only savage out of the women's MLBB broadcasts.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of the gold medal match. Malaysia going up against Team Philippines.
Doa-doakan guys game kedua. Semoga milik kita.
And Team Philippines already starting it up, sending Vivero to check in on the purple buff take for Team Malaysia. Fortunately, Alia and Haris were there. They were able to stop the Khalid from jumping in. All this while, expect a dead lane in the EXP. But in gold, though, that Bruno, I think it still outranges the CC.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I really feel like, but that's still a skill matchup. Here, Morris on that Eve.
Rina dapat retry daripada Bazia terlampau awal sebentar saya tadi. Daripada Alpuerto.
Aliyah is there trying to fight back, but
jangan lupa kibarkan jalur gemilang kita guys di ruang komen, tanda sokongan korang.
Wants to be, still got to be careful. This Eve is deadly.
Dan jangan lupa juga bantu saya like stream ni, mana belum bantu saya like, kasih butang ibu jari satu kali guys. Kau jangan tekan butang love tu guys, no function. Ibu jari satu kali. Yang paling penting jangan lupa subscribe guys kepada yang belum subscribe, selamat datang ke channel sini.
But the idea is to make it a fair 1v1 in both side lanes. She traded her HP just to make sure that Amoris cannot rotate. So Team Malaysia just wants this laning phase to be just a little bit longer. You know, make sure that Farisha has a lot of free time.
Keep it fair, because between Aliyah and of course,
bakal muncul dalam 10 saat saja lagi.
Chasing Team Philippines. Alpuerto rotates faster. Vivero rotates faster. First turtle spawning in the upper quarter. See how Team Philippines, or lower quarter rather, has no commitment. Like they can keep moving around.
Rina digasak. Tak pelaku menggunakan ulti. Oi! Dia jumpa! Flicker digunakan oleh Mesh. Ball manipulation dibuka. Arya ke belakang. First blood dia dapat kali Rina, cantik. Cari yang kedua, akan tapi batu bergerak. Arya ditumbangkan. Satu untuk satu, Roma untuk Roma.
It was actually good by Team Philippines. I could have thought that
they
would have won that fight, but a clutch traction pulse from Anis prevented more deaths there, so only Aliyah got taken down. But still good on both teams, just to delay that turtle a little bit.
Yep. 40 seconds.
Terus sekarang ni dimulakan oleh pasukan Malaysia. Rina kena hati-hati ni. Nyawa setengah. Risha ada ulti ya? Ada kan? Oh, Resistance Storm sama Flicker. Ultimate daripada Khalid. Tetap dapat kali Rina. Rina masih lagi hidup. Farisha bakal ditumbang kali Bazia kat sini. Okay, Mesh dia tumbang. Nice. Khalid down. Alpuerto down. Hidup lah siau. Batu.
A 2-for-2 trade.
And that's why the Baxia is a natural counter towards the Kimi, because here in the early game, while the Kimi still does not have that Demon Hunt sword, will not be able to chunk down the Baxia with the passive. So good on Team Philippines having the favorable trade. Right now, 4 kills to 3, a much better early game here compared to game number 1.
Given they did lose the turtle, it's still something that Team Philippines can hold out for, because if the gold lane is quiet, that means Perez getting far.
Manipulation lawan dibuka. Oh, Farisha. Nampak gayanya macam bakal ditumbangkan kat sini. Retribution digunakan. Farisha menjadi tumbangkan.
Yep. And this is a big win for Team Philippines. Not only do they get a kill
balas
onto
3,
Farisha,
1,300 gol dipegang oleh Philippines sekarang ini.
They even got to deny that EXP card. So Farisha is going to be down in EXP for quite a bit. Look at this. Farisha is level 5. Diagon is level 7. So that's a massive win for Team Philippines. Now it's on Team Malaysia to help out Farisha a little bit. Try to get her back on track. At least the same level as Diagon.
This is the same Farisha that was the MVP of game number 1 prior on an Arlot, now on a Lapu-Lapu that's constantly getting bullied. Now we understand why Team Philippines decided to commit so soon on the Uranus. This is the game plan all along. Their MO, have Diagon bully Farisha and win that half of the map so that Perez can continue doing what she's doing here. Winning the lane, farming up. We'd like to check the items in just a bit. But first the turtle. Lower quarter once again, same spot.
Speaking of, looks like this is going to be a damage show by Aaliyah
Betul, dia mulakan
She's
sekarang
going to
ni
be
oleh pasukan
absorbing the
Filipin.
gold lane minions. Afrina as well as Queenie is here in the fray. Looks like Farisha just want to get just a little bit more farm. But once she's there, I think the main target should be Amoris. If Amoris gets taken down early by Farisha, that should be the goal for Team Malaysia to keep on going on.
Betul, reset mencari orang agaknya Uranus telah menggunakan Purify dan juga Ulti. Volume Manipulation telah pun dibuka. Farisha masuk first skip bersama Flicker. Flicker juga telah digunakan. 4 udah zoning guys. Baik.
That's a win for Team Malaysia.
Yeah, Farisha was very aggressive, traded a lot of HP, but able to push back Team Philippines. But now
tetap dia dicuri oleh Bazia.
Gets the
It's okay, reset.
Afrina unable to secure it.
1 for 1 now. A turtle apiece. Team Philippines keeping up this 2,000 gold lead. And Diagon, look at how far ahead this Uranus is. Able to bully a Kimi and a Lapu-Lapu. Afrina looking to end the shenanigans that the Uranus has begun down bottom. Off camera, wow.
Khalid down. Ditumbangkan oleh Arya. Uranus menggunakan ulti. Wazia datang. Anis masih menggunakan flicker melarikan diri.
Unfortunately, Farisha used the
Wazia counter alami Kimi tu.
No one is going to body block for that one. Queenie taking a bit of damage from Perez. And this gold lane is going to be quite interesting because Perez will be switching up, fighting against the Cho as well as the CC. Looking at Cho here, having the blade of Heptasy. So no wonder can get a kill. Both Morris as well as Perez has to be careful.
Oh.
Arya buat damage, tendangan, Purify juga digunakan, Volume Manipulation dibuka, Queenie menggunakan ulti, nampaknya Bruno menjadi tumbangkan, baik. Queenie menjadi tumbangkan juga kat sini. Khalid menjadi mendapatkan
And I think Malaysia is okay with that trade, even though Queenie is the gold laner, but
kau Uranus menekan jungle tu.
So I think they would take that trade, especially because the one that they did take down is Perez, and Perez is going to be the main damage dealer for Team Philippines. But still, with 2,000 gold, Team Philippines does not have to worry just yet.
Did I hear that right? Is this a carry or core from the Rome?
There you go. Yes, it is.
A damage show that is not hiding what it is. Her first fully built item is the Blade of Heptases. And I think she's on her way to what could be a Blade of Despair.
Yep. And I feel like it's a sound idea because throughout all the chaos that Farisha will push through, either Perez or Amoris will be all alone, and during all that chaos, it is really on Aaliyah to get that kill, and it's going to be more dangerous during the Lord fight. She's going to be pushing all the while.
You just need to get that cake.
Yes.
And that kick.
And that kick.
Memang tak ada montage ya, Vic.
The final one, rubber match, a piece. Team Philippines and Team Malaysia.
Settle dimulakan pasukan Malaysia sekarang ini. Bazia menggunakan roda, nampaknya Queenie telah menggunakan ulti. Flicker ulti daripada Khalid. Uranus telah menggunakan ulti juga. Malaysia kena zoning. Alright, tetap diamankan oleh Arina. Attribution digunakan, roda impian menjadi tutup jalan pulang yang nampaknya. Baik, Bazia down. Mencari yang kedua nampaknya. Berjaya men-shutdown Uranus didapatkan oleh Hanis.
Aaliyah, although I do have to say, fought against Perez. Perez almost took down Aaliyah. Aaliyah was able to get away. And now she goes in, gets onto Perez, just one hit, already dealing quite a lot of damage.
Boleh tu Bruno solo kill Bruno.
Be careful here. And that turtle fight was really on Farisha. Farisha able to push Amoris away from the turtle, providing no damage for Team Philippines. Made it so that Team Malaysia was not really in any real trouble the entire time, dealing with the Khalid as well as the Baxia and the Uranus.
Okay, to be fair, the reason why Team Philippines found it hard to engage on Team Malaysia there was they overshot and, moved 2 steps forward by sending Perez down to the gold lane or to the opposite lane from where the turtle was. So they went ahead and said, yeah, we want you to focus on the turtle, or rather the turret, because the turtle will use as bait. I think Team Philippines underestimated how bad that could have turned out for them.
And they were basically being a little bit too honest here. So Team Malaysia looks like they want to control this lane.
Arya telah menyiapkan BOD.
And yes, it is going to be the BOD. So quite a lot of burst damage at 9 minutes.
Attribution digunakan, Khalid menggunakan ulti untuk melarikan diri. Cici juga telah menggunakan ulti, reset balik. Cuba press di bahagian bawah untuk mendapatkan tower kat sini. Lapu-lapu masuk, ulti daripada Fedrin. Jadi tumbangkan, tahu juga dapat. Killing spree. Cantik. Bruno telah menggunakan Purify. Last hit untuk Bruno. World Population dah membuka. Okay, masih lagi hidup semua. Baik dok.
Used defensively by Amores, plus the Poissons underneath tier 2. The pendulum has swung. Team Malaysia are now up by about 800 gold.
Even though Aliyah does not have the damage just yet to one-shot Perez, but off of that play, now they have full control over the Lord Pit, able to get mid lane, and now Team Malaysia has taken the advantage on their side again. 1,000 up, and now they might get this Lord. Queenie doing a lot of damage onto Alberto. Farisha is there, making sure that Morris is nowhere near the pit. Alberto gets
tak ada yang tutup dia punya ni, Bazia. Balik guna ulti. Bazia dapat. Lord. Tak apa, orang.
As well as Frina
mati tu.
No HP left. Gets taken down by Diagon.
Now Uranus was chasing the Fredrin heavyweight track and field match in that little sequence.
Arya gunakan ulti. Aduh, ulti dia time tengah ni duk World Population. Tak baik duk Arya.
Does not sweet revenge for Perez as they push through mid.
Akan tambah sedikit. Sebentar tadi patut bagi.
Almost 1,000 up. Suddenly Team Philippines
9 sekarang ini.
With a vengeance. Look at this. Hanni's put
Sesi
down
bahagian
about
tengah.
a fifth of her health.
Pecah
Team Philippines takes care of that tier 2 just like that.
Yeah, and looks like the Holy Shield has been used in mid.
Apa dia?
And the damage coming in from the Cho is strong,
Tapi
but when that Eve still has that shield, it's going to be very difficult to push through. The Lord is charging up top. Looks like we'll be getting that tier 2.
Tadi ada lagu, guys.
Team Philippines controls the jungle, takes everything away from Afrina. Team Malaysia now, they have to defend against Team Philippines with 2,000 up, and Perez at this point should have a lot of damage.
Diagon catching all this heat from Anis and Afrina. Lord crashes.
Queenie tak boleh guna ulti dekat Bazia duk. Sumpah, wasted. Poking biasa je dulu ultimate daripada Khalid. World Population dibuka, nampaknya Rina bakal dikembangkan. Arya cuba mencari bahagian belakang. Jika terpaksa digunakan untuk melarikan diri. Conceal daripada musuh, nampaknya Arya. Aduh Arya, tak patut macam tu Arya. Cuba-cuba bait musuh, tak ada hasil.
Yeah, looks like
mid lane sekarang press oleh pasukan Filipin sekarang ni. Mid lane nampaknya didapatkan oleh Filipin. Atas juga dibeli fokus oleh Bruno. Tangan lain dia tahu atas tu duk.
Queenie trying to deal enough damage here. Aliyah now does have that endless battle, so gonna have just a little bit more burst damage. Team Philippines able to get 2 inhibitors, so now Team Malaysia, they're in trouble.
Alamak.
Lord spawning in about a minute in the upper quarter. Team Philippines may decide to just freeze and let that Lord spawn with a 4,000 gold lead. It seems like it's a sound plan. Amores drops that real world manipulation. They want this inhibitor down bottom first. They call it quits. They instead go for the orange.
Yeah, so far, Ani's still having a good game here. 3-0-4. The only problem is Team Malaysia, they cannot overextend because we saw part of the reason why they lost the fight earlier.
Bruno ni dah jadi ni guys.
Able to get a kill onto Queenie. And that's the go sign, because Team Malaysia, they got to consider when they do want to go for a fight, you got to look at your own HP. If your own HP is really low, even though, yes, you can heal back up, it's not going to be all that great considering that you are fighting against the Boxia. Looking at the items here for Queenie, does have 2 damage items with the War Axe as well as the CE Halberd. We've got to look at Perez. Perez is 3 items here. The Hasclaw, the Berserker Fury, and looks like going to go for the Malefic Gun early.
And also has the Wind of Nature just now. So good luck to Aliyah trying to find her and hunt her down. There's layers of protection. That Wind of Nature and that Purify. Luckily, Hannis is also building up, has not died just yet. A concentrated energy on this Kimmy should help.
Ulti flicker. Revolution telah dibuka. Nina down. Pelaku masuk ke arah belakang tapi tak ada follow up. Parisha down.
Yeah, the damage coming in from Team Philippines is online now with both the Bruno as well as the Eve. This Eve is chunking down the front lines a little bit too much. And the worst damage coming in from the crits. Team Philippines, they're in a commanding position. And as strong as fighters
muncul
are
diri dekat minimap kat memang auto perang.
Now this is the time where marksmen shine.
In comes Perez, dashing on through, throws out that worldie. But Hanni did too much. The flicker back.
GG guys. Satu sama.
Aliyah in trouble, throws out that traction buff and it's just
nice try untuk pasukan wanita di game yang kedua. Harap comeback di game yang ketiga. Satu balas satu sekarang ini. Kau jangan lupa like, komen, share bagi pendapat korang. Yang paling penting jangan lupa subscribe guys. Sedikit mistake je guys. It's okay guys. Sama-sama kita saksikan game 3 sebentar lagi. Let's go.